Welcome back. We're going to continue discussing the shops in Albuquerque and just my finds this weekend. Again, I'm not a huge key collector sort of thing. I'm looking for what I like, and that's fine. That's good enough for me. Yes, I do own a lot of keys. Because I own a lot of books, not because I went looking for keys. So I go for what I like, and if my wife likes something when we're there, of course, as I mentioned, I just of course pick it up. So we were there 3 days for the conference, and throughout those days, I hit quite a few stores in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and we went to Age of Comics, and my wife lovingly selected Stranger Things, the Free Comic Book Day. We didn't get to participate in Free Comic Book Day this year. My youngest daughter was graduating from Northern Arizona University, so beautiful with her bachelor's. Um, and then so we picked up a couple of these Free Comic Book Day ones. Um, and then these were ones my wife was interested in, and I tend to be a Doctor Who fan also. So, and again, she had picked up Captain Carter #2 earlier, and so we found Captain Carter #1, um, a Stranger Things, and these are newer, right? Like these aren't the old stuff, but uh, nice books. And then, um, and I did find a Steel #2. And I'd picked up earlier a few of these issues also. So that was pretty cool. This is a um, late 70s, if I recall right. Jerry Conway um, at the time. And then, so then also we were at Twin Suns comic shop. Uh, Now, both these, in every case, the comic shops were very pleasant to visit. Um, And so Twin Suns, their dollar bins had some books. So I basically filled a bunch of holes in my collection. I have collected off and on. I will say that during the New 52, I was not so much collecting. So I have quite a few uh, that are those. I kind of got busy with life, and now I'm back and uh, collecting again pretty heavily, looking always to fill holes. And so I am doing that. Just a ton of these. I remember the old iVampire from, was it House of Mystery or House of Secrets? Um, and I had a bunch of those, or have a bunch of those. So, Challenges of the Unknown. And again, this is just filling holes. Tons of stuff, dollar books, right? We love the dollar bins. Um, it feels wrong for a shop not to have a dollar bin section um, anymore, right? Like that just seems kind of crazy. Uh, but lots of new 52 stuff, right? Just individual issues. No, well, I had Son of Vulcan, a couple, right? Um, and then some Steel, and and that was issue 1, and then I had issue 3 and issue 4. And if I recall, there's 5 or 6 of these. I don't remember exactly. And I found 2, right? They also had some All-Star Squadrons, and again, that's kind of the big thing what I was going for. So this is #1. Um, That's considered a key. Uh, Hubert Art, right? Like just awesome. What do we have? We have number 2. We have number uh, 4, 4, and this is Buckler and Giordano. G. Yeah, I'm just gonna pronounce that wrong. Dick. Um, and then 5, and then this is what number is this? 47. This is one of the first McFarlane art on the cover. He did some stuff in All Star Squadron, and then with Infinity Inc. This is VFNM, Very Fine Near Mint. It's a nice book. Uh, and then so then Lost Lob. No, what was it called? It was called Lobo Comics and Toys. And so dollar bins, right? We all love those again, as I mentioned. So number 43 of the All Star Squadron. That's usually where I end up finding these. That's one of the reasons this is like not a big deal for me to grab 5 sets. And I'll be honest, I've gotten more sets than the one I have, and then I usually end up giving it to somebody who's interested. But my goal is to get 5 sets for my grandkids. Um, and then a bunch of Fathom. My wife uh, really loved uh, Turner's work, and so she became a Fathom fan. And then The Fly, a lot of the Impact stuff. So this is when it was Impact. So this is actually DC has like is the one who produced these and or published these. They were licensed at the time, but weren't actually implemented into the regular mainstream DC at the time. So, which is nice. DC's been pretty much doing that with Archie for a while. Uh, and then some, of course, George Perez, uh, dollar books, and basically these are dollar books because of their condition. They're low grade. Well, actually, this one's not too bad, but still a little bit low grade. But some nice George Perez, Mark Wolfman, who really kind of together really formed a lot of my childhood, at least. And then uh, my other, as far as art goes, right? And then he's also recently passed. So Neil, an exclusive for the Titans Hunt. It's one of their covers. And then some John Romita Jr., and that's just nice. And then a bunch of America's Best. I thought they did a pretty good job with most of the stories from America's Best. So top 10, um, Tomorrow Stories. Again, I'm just filling holes in my collection. So number 8. And the pulp feel here, I just really felt was done well. And since I tend to love the older stuff, um, Terra Obscura, I ended up getting number 3, 4, and 5 of that. And I really, like I said, that pulp feel is just so nice. I love to read it. Just like I love to read Edgar Rice Burroughs and the Maxwell Grant uh, Shadow. So, yeah, I love that sort of stuff. The Tom Strong is definitely that uh, science feel. Um, he's actually kind of a little based on like that whole science era hero, like the Doc Strange, not Doctor Strange from Marvel, but Doc Strange, that sort of feel of the Golden Age. Uh, so loving that. And then one more, the last store, which was an awesome find, and that's coming up next.